Welcome class 5. This is your science class, but before to take the class, I will tell you a little bit about your first assessment, that is PT1 or the assessment 1. Okay, so how you have to open your examination paper and how you have to attempt the exam. So first of all, as you know, in the e-portal, at first you will open the e-portal. As you know, you have to open the e-portal, then you have to give your password and log in, and then whatever the icons come here, you will get a icon related to the subjects. Okay, so wherever the videos and all these are given total assessment, there you will see a new kind of icon, that will be the subjects icon, and the related date, which date is given for your exam, it will be shown there. Okay, just below that the dates of your exam will be shown, and the date, suppose the first day or on first day you will have your science exam. So you will just click the just below the science, not in the subject science, in the date of science it will start. You will click the science, and within the time, each and every exam you will get 20 minutes to complete your exam. Okay, only 20 minutes your e-portal will be open for particular that section where you are giving your exam. So the link will be given. At first you go through the link, you have to click the link, and then you will get all this. Then you have to get the assessment 1. Suppose it is a science exam, you will get 20 marks questions, 20 marks question. Question number 1, suppose there is one question it will given, then the options will be given A, B, C and D. So it is in a MCQ pattern, multiple choice question. So you will get all the options will be given in the just after the statement, you will get all the options, and the which one is the correct option, you will click that. Suppose B is a correct option, you will click the B. Then you have to go for the next question. Understood? So in the place of the date, at first the date will be shown on the board. Suppose 21, no, it will be 29 or 30, whatever the date will be shown on the board. Then it will vanish, and it will start the time 20 minutes. Okay, then 1, 2, whatever the system of the time, it will be shown you that time is getting off. And remember one thing, very cautiously you have to attempt the paper, because if you are touching, suppose your net is slow and you think I will do one refresh, I will refresh this so that I will get the questions earlier. But if you will do refreshing or any backspace you will do, then the whole thing will be removed from the from your side, and again you have to start. So it will take your time. So don't do any refreshing, any backspace, don't do that. But as a whole, all 20 questions you will get on the board in a same time. On a one page you will get all 20 questions. You will scroll and you will see the question. Okay, so 20 minutes you are getting for the 20 questions, that means 1 minute per a question. At first complete all the questions, then you will submit. Okay, because if you are submitting, once you will submit, the questions will be vanished, they will disappear, because after submitting after completing all the question, if you have time you will revise that. If you have confused in some question, you will again do that, and then afterward last you will submit the question. And don't get panic, because auto submission is given here. Suppose you did not get time to submit it, and you did not have any time to submit it, you were going through the paper and maybe 19 questions you have submitted, or 19 question you have completed. So after completing the 19 question, if the time is over, your all questions will be submitted immediately. So you didn't submit, don't be panic about that, don't think about that, because auto submission is given here. So if you are not submitting the question answers, if you are not submitting the answers, then automatically after covering the time, after 20 minutes, it will be automatically submitted. So don't worry about that, okay, and don't refresh and don't do anything else. Now regarding question paper, if you want to ask anything to me, you can ask. No, there will be the question in the MCQ pattern, so you no need to write in the copy. It will the paper will be shown on the screen and you have to take there, okay. There will be nothing to write. You will submit in the same place, in the same paper. You don't know the first 2 chapters are the syllabus. I have uploaded it before the classes started. We have uploaded. Okay, once I am telling you about the syllabus, it is the PT1 syllabus. Okay, so the PT1 syllabus is, first one is health and hygiene. So the syllabus is number 1, health and hygiene. First chapter, health and hygiene, and the second chapter, growing plants. So you will get questions from these 2 chapters, and these 2 chapters you have to read line by line, because you will not get any long question, any brief question, any fill in the blanks, any match, nothing you have to do. You have to just choose the option, correct option, and just click that. Understood? All will be in the MCQ pattern. That means 1 question will be given, 4 options will be given, and you have to choose the correct option. Understood? The link will be shown in your e-portal and Skype. The link will be given. Okay, don't worry. The link will be given in your Skype as well as in the e-portal. So get it from there. And the instructions will also given there. Once I have just make you to understand, so it will easy for you to get through the instructions. Clear? Now we will start the chapter. I have written here, see who is writing which chapter. Chapters are health and hygiene, growing plants, 2 chapters. As usual, Devparna, as usual you are logging in the Skype, you will log in your Skype. Every day you are doing your class, no, you know how to log in. So you will log in your Skype, then you will get the link, you will click there, and through the linkage you will get all the things. Okay? Everybody please mute your speaker and turn off your camera, so everyone will be able to listen the instructions. I am requesting everybody, and if I see any kind of messages or any kind of other thing, then I will write your name in my diary. Okay? Yutin, why you are not listening? Everybody is able to listen. Now it is audible. Norin, link will be shown in the e-portal as well as in your Skype. Don't worry, okay? Before your exam, it will be shown. Anything else? Now, just we will start our chapter. What we were doing. Anything else you want to ask? No. Okay. So just start the chapter. We were doing the rocks and minerals. So we will start that chapter. No need of practicing any drawing, no need of anything, but you just go through the each and every line of the chapters very carefully, because you will get the MCQ pattern, so you should know the things. Clear? Okay. Now we will do the chapter rocks and minerals, and we have completed the first 2. Actually the types of rocks are, there are 3 types of rock: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. And we have already completed the first one, igneous rock. Even we have completed sedimentary rock, but it was little bit in hurry. So I will explain you little bit things about the sedimentary rocks. Okay, then we will go for the metamorphic rock. As we know, there are 5 types of sedimentary rocks. We know how the sedimentary rocks are formed. Sedimentary rocks are formed due to the layering of the mud, pebble, any kind of a stone along with the clay. They are being settled down on the bottom, and layer after layer they are being collected, they are being layered after layer, they are making a hard substance called the rock. Okay, so this process doesn't take within 1 and 2 days, it takes thousands of years to make a rock, or thick rock takes time to make, because it becomes, at first they will layered up, then they will press, then it will, all the water content will squeeze off, then it will become hardened. So it will take lots of time to make a rock. Okay, so the sedimentary rocks are being layering up. I have explained it already. Sedimentary rocks are formed from pebbles, sand, mud or clay that get deposited in the sea bottom, and sometimes due to the flowing river, due to the flowing any water body, they carry the pebbles and the rocks, soil along with the flow of the water. And in the plain, we know the water flow is being limited, and they are not so flowy as they come from the mountains. So that time their speed is becoming slow, and in the same time as they were bringing these type of pebble and rocks, fragments of the rocks, soil, clay, so they are being deposited in the places. In the mouth of the river, sometimes where the delta regions, they are being summited and they form and they changes into rock, hardened to make the rocks. So there are 5 type of sedimentary rock. First one is the sandstone, second one is the conglomerate, third one is the shale, D is the limestone, and E is gypsum. So first one is sandstone. As we know, the small particles of the sand, when they get deposited, when they mixes with each other, compressed and cemented together to form the rock called sandstone, and it consists a mineral called quartz, and quartz is actually made by the silica. So little bit is shiny in the nature, and they gives a very slidey type of appearance, and sometimes we make the big companies, they make the quartz cloak watches also. Okay, so it is a widely used for making building. Many of the old buildings like fort in Agra and Delhi, both are made up of red color sandstone. When you will go to Delhi or to Agra, you will see these are not so smooth, they are little bit hard in nature, and their composition is very hard, and their appearance is red in color. So this is called the sandstone. The second one is the conglomerate. It is also when the mass of pebble, rocks, gravel, sand and clay, they are being joined together, and they are being hard in nature. Then that time they are making this type of rock, or you can say along with the minerals they are making the rocks. Silica and calcium carbonates are the minerals which are present in the conglomerate. So due to the presence of the silica and conglomerate, they are different in color. Mostly they are found in orange in color, and it is a very there is a very good use of this kind of rock. Actually they are crushed to form the paints, different type of paints, and which we come to know the weather protector protecting paints, or sometimes we paint our houses like yellow color and orange from the outside, because they are weather protected, whether it is a rain, whether it is a very hot in summer seasons too much hot. Due to these extremes of the weather change, it will not affect the house. So it is excellent use of this type of rocks is a weather painting, as well as their construction and polishing the ornaments. So this is another type of conglomerate, where all the things like pebbles, stones, and then clay, mud, silica, and this thing sand, they all are being punching together and forming this type of conglomerate. They are cemented together to make a very hard type of rock. Third one is the shale. Shale is actually very smooth kind of rock, and they are in a crystalline form, and when layers of clay harden, when these clay are, so this is actually hardening of the clay. They are formed of very smooth in texture, and when the clay are being hardened, they are layering, after layering they become hard and they forms the shale, and it is used to make tiles and different kinds of bricks. The fourth one is a limestone. It is very it is very important, and there are so many uses of this limestone. So what is limestone? The limestone is made up of mineral called calcite, and calcite is actually, calcite by the name we can understand calcium is there, carbonate is there. So the mineral comes from the shells or the sea creatures when shell or the skeleton of these tiny structures are being formed. Have you listened any time the coral reefs? I think you have heard it and you have seen it in the Discovery Channel. So there are thousands of the area are being covered by this corals, by this mollusks. They form these layers and they just produces this layer. This is a calcite layer, and these layers are mainly formed of calcium carbonate, and these are actually, these layers become hardened day by day, they become hardened to form this kind of rock called the limestone. And they are useful for making the cement, and they are useful for making the cement, and chalk is also a type of limestone. So it is given here, the mineral comes from the shells of the sea creature when shells of sea creatures or the millions of the tiny sea creatures, which tiny structures like corals are there, isn't it, and the mollusk is there. So these type of tiny structures which get shelter within these corals or within the roof made up of this calcium carbonate or the calcite. This is their home, this is their shelters, but these are being hardened when they leave these layers. These layers are being hardened to form the calcite or calcareous limestone. Okay, so these layers harden to form the limestone. Now this is mainly form of calcium carbonate. Okay, calcium is a mineral and calcium carbonate is a type of salt they are making, or the compound they are making this type of shales. Okay, this type of limestone. Chalk is also a limestone rock, and cement is made from this limestone. So how they are making? The trashers go inside the sea and they trash it. Trash it means they break through the trawler, they break these shells, or you can say the coral reefs, and they get it, and these corals are crushed and mixes to form the cement. So there are some other substances like sand is there, some clay is there. Along with this, they mixes this calcite, or you can say calcium carbonate, made up which are present in this coral reefs or these type of layers. They trash them, they mixes them to form the cement. That's why cements are so strong. Now sometimes they are used to separate the pure metal from their ores. So what is this ores? Do you know ores means? Ore means mixture of metals and so ore means mixture of metals and minerals. So this kind of limestone we use to separate out different metals and minerals from their ores. Okay, so this is also very important. Now the last one is the gypsum rock. What is this gypsum? These are very soft rock and made up of sulfate mineral. So gypsum is actually sulfate mineral. This is a type of sulfate mineral. They are very soft in nature. Someone's when leg or the hand is been broken, that time we become fractured, no, the bones become fractured. That time we have to give this plaster, and this is of gypsum, or you can say these plasters are cast and molds are being made from the gypsum, and these are being casting over the broken part of our bone, and this makes the hand or leg, whatever the part, is strong enough to not movable. Okay, they are being fixed and they are being protected. So this is a plaster of Paris, cast mold and false ceilings. These all are actually made by from this gypsum. Okay, so these all about the sedimentary rocks. Now one more very important thing you should know, what other things we came to know from the sedimentary rocks. So these are the fossils. You know what are fossils? Fossils are actually the impressions of the animals which are being trapped inside the sedimentary rocks, because we know sedimentary rocks means sand, pebbles, these all are being layering up and layer after layer being deposited and they are being settled down. So when some animal is being trapped inside this layer, so they are being cemented and they are being hardened. After some years their flesh is being removed and there is only impression of that animal is remain. So this kind of information we get from the sedimentary rocks, and these impressions are actually called fossils. Okay, so from these fossils actually we came to know, or we come to know all about the animals and the other creatures which were living in our society million years ago, or 4.5 million years ago. Dinosaurs were living within our earth. These are actually, we got all informations through these fossils. Okay, so fossils were the impressions on the rock. So what are the impressions? When these animals are being trapped within the layers of the rocks, they are being compressed and they are being forming a type of impression within the rock, and these impressions are called fossils. Okay, and we know what are the fossil fuels. These animals, they are having a lots of energy inside them, as we are having trapped lots of energy within ourselves, because we know in our body cells energy is being trapped. So when these animals are being trapped within these fossils, their liquid part changes into fossil fuels like petroleum, diesel, as a whole you can say the crude oil is being formed due to this energy, and this energy is released in the form of liquids like petroleum, diesel, other type of things which we have to take out from the from inside the earth and from the layers of the earth, and they are being used for the different kind of energy resources. So these fossils and fossil fuels both are very important for us. Now the kind of the life on the earth that existed million years of ago. So these diagrams are, these pictures are given. This is conglomerate. See the pebbles and all kinds of things are being trapped here. Shale is actually very smooth because it is made up of only the clay part. And the another thing is limestone. These all are being given here. Limestone, actually lime is also present. Lime means tuna. Okay. Now next one is the metamorphic rock. Now we will talk about metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock means gypsum is a type of sedimentary rock. Gypsum, it is a type of sedimentary rock. Okay, and that is up to you what you are doing. So once to mobile, I think which number is being given or registered, in that number you will convey, or you can send your paper. Okay, and whatever you feel easy you will do that. Now next one is the metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are actually, initially there is no metamorphic rock, but this sedimentary rocks and igneous rock, due to the heavy pressure and due to the lots of temperature, these sometimes these type of rocks are being changed their chemical composition is being changed, their character is being changed, and they become changes into a new type of rock. So any kind of sedimentary rock or any kind of igneous rock, when due to the high temperature and due to the heavy pressure, they are being changed their form, their chemical composition, their texture, their behavior. That time they are forming metamorphic rock. Understood? So how the metamorphic rocks are formed? Metamorphic rocks are formed by igneous rock or sedimentary rock. Due to high temperature, and pressure, igneous or sedimentary rocks due to high temperature or pressure, they changes into metamorphic rock. So the metamorphic rock is not a type of rock, actually they modify from the igneous rock or from the sedimentary rocks due to high pressure and temperature. They changes their chemical composition, sometimes they changes their texture, color, and they makes a different type of rock which are chemically different. So they behave like a different kind of rock, and these type of rocks are called metamorphic rock. Understood? Now up till this we have completed metamorphic rock. Now the types of the metamorphic rock I will take in my next class. Okay. Now we know there are mostly there are 4 type of metamorphic rock. First one is the marble. So if we see the kinds of the rock, marble. Second one is slate, marble, slate, gneiss, here G is silent, don't speak up Genes, it is not Genesis, it is gneiss. Simple, you have to say, pronounce gneiss. Okay, so it is a gneiss. And then the last one is quartzite. So these all are the new formed rocks from few of them are being changed from the sedimentary rocks and few of them are changed from the igneous rock. So they are actually their formation is being formed due to the igneous rock or due to the sedimentary rock, they are being formed. But due to the capture of the heat, due to the excessive pressure, they changed chemically, their texture changed, their characters changed, and they form the metamorphic rock. So it is given here, metamorphic rocks are formed from igneous or sedimentary rocks. When igneous or sedimentary rocks are subjected to immense heat or pressure inside the earth, the mineral content of these rocks change. As the mineral content change, that means the chemical composition is being changed, and they form a new type of substances. These changed rocks are known as metamorphic rock. So initially all metamorphic rocks are maybe they are sedimentary rocks or maybe they are igneous rock, and due to the change of their mineral composition, they forms a new chemical composition to form the metamorphic rock. So up till this, as I have told you, the kinds of the metamorphic rock I will take later. And if you have any question regarding your exam, you can ask your next ma'am, I mean maths ma'am. So you will just ask her. Thank you.